On this episode of Fail Proof Kitchen,
we are working on some entertainment recipes. First thing we're gonna make is a tuna poke spoon.
Our play on the very popular Dole Whip.
Everything bagel, salmon, cups.
Hey y'all, welcome to Fail Proof Kitchen. I'm Jenna Fail.
And I'm Chef Robbie Jester, winner of Guys Grocery Games, Beat Bobby Flay, and Pressure Cooker. Today in the Fail Proof Kitchen, we are working on some entertainment recipes. I'm incredibly excited for this one because I think that one of the times when it's super hard to think about being healthier or making better choices is when you're gonna have a group over. You wanna make sure that you have recipes that satisfy the whole group, that everybody's gonna like, but you also wanna stay on your game. So I think that we've got some great choices here. I'm super excited about this one. This one I think is gonna be a fan favorite, but we've got awesome snack recipes as well, but tell me what we're working on.
So this is actually gonna be our play on the very popular Dole Whip. Have you ever had it?
I sure have.
I have not had it, but I know it's amazing just because the world talks about it nonstop. So we thought today we would impress our guests with our own little rendition that's packed with protein and you can feel good about eating it.
What do we have here?
A half a cup of pineapple juice and a half a cup of frozen pineapple. Now keep in mind you need this to be pourable to pour into your mold. So if you're blending it and you find it's a little too thick, you can toy with some of the ingredients and loosen it back up. So to that, we're gonna add just a couple tablespoons of lemon Greek yogurt. This is gonna add a little bit of creaminess as well as another little boost of protein. And the lemon is just gonna brighten it right up. That looks perfect. We're gonna add a splash of heavy cream.
My splashing, you splashing?
Let's see, that's a good splash. That's gonna really add some depth of creaminess to this and it's gonna freeze up perfect. Now we're gonna add 1 scoop of First Phorm's Vanilla Ice Cream Level 1. This is a great protein to add in because it's very rich and it's just gonna add that much more great texture to it as well as that big protein boost that we're after. Now we're gonna blend it up.
Right.
Off camera, we won't blow your ears out with that. Feel good?
Feels good. Looks good.
It looks good. I think we might have nailed that texture on the first go. It's talking to us.
I
think it said it's good.
Look at that.
Oh, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I'm gonna let you do the mold pour. And y'all can find these just about any store here in the summertime. This is just such a great little family treat.
And whenever you do popsicle molds like this, you wanna make sure you leave a little bit of space because it is gonna expand as it freezes and you don't want a mess in your freezer.
And you know what's better than a popsicle, Robbie?
What's better than a popsicle?
One you made at home because your friends are gonna say, what?
Damn
Nobody
right.
makes their own popsicles, but it's so easy. And these are not loaded in all that artificial sugar and dyes. This is just good, hearty popsicles. Look at the perfect amount. We nailed it.
Nailed it.
We did so good.
And this is a good point also because it's summertime. We want things to look fresh as well as taste fresh. You could put, some blueberries in this, little small ones, like the little mean, small frozen blueberries, stuff like that to get yourself a nice little garnish in there. It'll really look sexy when it's done.
Absolutely could. So these are ready to go in the freezer. We're gonna throw them in for about 5 hours. And while these are going, Robbie's gonna show us some great entertainment appetizers that we can make in the meantime.
Let's go. So while our treats are chilling out, we're gonna make some savory stuff. I've got some great health-conscious appetizer items for entertaining. So you could entertain your friends or maybe just entertain yourself. You could sit by yourself, eat these things. We're not gonna judge you, you do you. So the first thing we're gonna make is a tuna poke spoon. So tuna poke is a raw tuna. You wanna buy a good quality tuna as much as you can, sushi grade or just good quality fresh tuna. We're gonna cut it into some chunks. So I'm basically gonna slice it. I'm gonna turn these on their side. I'm gonna cut a few more pieces to get them kind of bite-sized and palatable. You don't want them too big because then they're kind of gross. You don't want it too small because then it kind of deteriorates. It turns a little mealy. So you want them to have a little bit of size to them. I'm gonna go into our bowl here. Next, we're gonna take a little bit of avocado. So we're gonna cut halfway through the avocado, make a circle. For those of you not living in 2023 and have never cut an avocado before, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take and score it. Be very careful. You can use a butter knife for this portion, but I'm a pro, so I'm gonna take and make lines one way, turn it and make them the other way. Then we use our spoon, scoop out the avocado in there with our tuna. Then for the sauce and seasoning, we have a little bit of sriracha, so you can make it as hot or as mild as you want. We're gonna go with a little bit spicy because that's how we like it. We have a little sweet Thai chili sauce. A little sweet, little spicy. You see where I'm going with this. A little bit of sesame oil. And this is one of those things, a little goes a long way. Just need a little tiny bit there. We're gonna add a little bit of our green onions. And then if we had just some toasted sesame seeds, we could add those right here. We're gonna mix this up. Got a beautiful color, beautiful red color. Got some contrast to the green avocados in there. Really makes this a beautiful dessert.
What's the ratio to avocado to fish that you like? Or is it a preference?
So I like about twice the amount of fish.
Okay.
And like 1 part avocado, 2 parts fish. If you like more avocado, put more avocado in. If you like less avocado, put less avocado in. If you don't like avocado at all, don't put it in there at all. It's one of those things where you can really like play with it based on your personal preference. So now we have these beautiful little spoons or Chinese spoons. We're gonna go ahead and plate our appetizer in the spoons. And you could plate all these spoons ahead of time, put them on a little tray in the fridge and bring them out when you're ready. And since we don't have any solo sesame seeds, if you will, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take a little bit of that everything bagel seasoning because it's got sesame seeds in it. We're just gonna give it a little sprinkle as a garnish. We're gonna see the sesame seeds. Nobody is gonna throw you on blast for putting everything bagel seasoning on it. YouTube, don't come fight me about it.
Well, these are impressive anyway. If you serve this at your party, everybody's gonna talk about it.
Yeah, so we got a little sesame seeds there. And what we're gonna do, actually to keep the spoons from sliding around, some of our scallions right on the bottom there.
Very nice.
And that's gonna kind of anchor our spoons. Once they get settled, keep them from sliding around the plate. Okay, so now we're gonna give it a little wipe. We're gonna move on to our next appetizer, which is gonna be a everything bagel salmon cups. So we have our cucumber here, we cut it in half, and we have some examples of the cups right here, but basically you're gonna take the fork and drag the fork through on each side. Make it nice and pretty. Now, Jenna was talking before the shot about she does something a little bit different. Can you tell them about that?
I do the potato peeler, and I just take the cucumber, hold it down, and turn it about 1/4 inch every peel, so you get this really dramatic change in color, but also a little bit of change in texture too whenever you take the bite.
Yeah, absolutely. So you get a good balance of like the light green and the dark green.
Yep.
So we're gonna cut them, you know, about a 1/2 inch long. We're cutting little thick discs right now. And then you're just gonna take the spoon, you're gonna dig the spoon in, not go all the way through, but kind of pull out the section where the seeds would be. Like hothouse cucumbers tend to have like mostly no seeds, but you wanna still pull out a little center section there. Okay, just like that. And we have a few here that are finished. So I want you to take, we have some light cream cheese over here. So with the light cream cheese, we're gonna mix in some of our seasoning there. Just adding a little texture, a little color, some flavor.
I think I've never stirred anything before. I'm struggling.
We're working on getting fail-proof. We're not quite there yet.
It's a process, y'all. That's why we're here.
So we're just gonna start with those. So it looks like it's pretty well mixed.
Yeah.
You're just gonna take your spoon and yep, right in there. And then we're gonna top each one with a little rosette. We just curl the smoked salmon like that on top of our cucumber cup. Again, this is something great that you could do ahead of time.
Look at that.
Looks really pretty, it's fresh, it's light, it's delicious. We can stop there with those. And then garnish with a little bit of our everything bagel seasoning on top, a little sprinkle. And then for our final quick appetizer, we're gonna do some antipasta skewers. Now, you can do these with anything that you like on them. This could be totally vegetarian with marinated mushrooms and olives and tomatoes. We do a caprese one as well that's like a little piece of tomato with a slice of basil and mozzarella. This is gonna be a mix of meat and cheese. We want that protein in there. We also wanna make them exciting and delicious. So you're gonna wanna start anything that's on the softer side, you're gonna put on the skewer first, because everything else that's a little bit more firm is gonna hold it on there. So I'm gonna do mozzarella, olive, we have our little teardrop pears here, and then finish it off with a piece of salami. We have a beautiful little skewer there with some variety. So very easy, simple, and like I said, this can really be whatever you want it to be. It can be vegetarian, it cannot be. Artichokes are also something that we throw on these. You could do pepperoni. You could make it fall apart.
Robbie, you're making it look way too easy. I think I grabbed the softest piece of cheese in here.
All right, so let's get a new piece of cheese.
You're
Start with
taking
this
the
one.
Phorm.
I'm cheating. Got it. We have our antipasta skewers there. Be perfectly acceptable if you had a little bit of marinade or a little bit of Italian vinaigrette, something like that, to put across those antipasta skewers. You could also marinate like the caprese skewers if you did them with a little bit of basil pesto would be delicious as well. We have a party, healthy, good for you platter of delicious appetizers. We're gonna finish up our entertaining for others with a great mocktail recipe, and then we're gonna check out our popsicles.
So we're gonna be having a mocktail with our appetizers and goodies today. This is a great mocktail that you can add alcohol to. I think it would go with a little bit of tequila, but this is one you could surely feel good about. We're gonna be adding a scoop of First Phorm's BCAAs. This is a very common product to take with a muscle building goal, a fat loss goal. It helps promote muscle protein synthesis. Muscle protein synthesis within the body, and it's just great for recovery so you feel your best. So we're going to start with a little bit of low sugar lemonade, and again we measure to our liking here. I feel that's about good. Then we're going to do a full scoop of the strawberry candy flavor. So this is just a great summer flavor. It's going to pair well with the fruit that we're going to be adding to it. So we're going to do 1 scoop. One partial scoop there.
I'm just gonna
We're human. It happens.
clean that up there.
Clean it there. You're gonna mix that up.
That is an aggressive frother.
This is a great frother, I'm gonna tell you what.
You are an aggressive frother. I think it's you. I'm gonna blame it on you. The evidence says it's you.
Now, with our dusty strawberries, we are going to cut those tips off, and we're gonna add a little bit of fresh mint to our muddler. Is that what you would call that, Robbie?
Muddler? Yep.
Muddler. So we're gonna cut the tips off, and we're going to, I think 2 is plenty per drink. So we're gonna do 2 strawberries with some mint. Robbie, if you would do the honors of muddling that for me.
I'm an expert moodler.
Now this is great too because there's so many different flavors of BCAAs. We actually have a berry lemonade that would pair great if you were to do blueberries in this or just whatever kind of fruit you like. This is very versatile.
I think I'm muddled. My Jenna Fail. I think I'm muddled.
Oh, we got jokes now. Go ahead and pour it on in here. We're family here. We use our
That's
fingers.
right.
It's totally fine. Look at that. Now we're going to pour that over our ice.
And look at that.
And then we're going to top it with a little bit of sparkling water. And you could get creative with this aspect too. There's so many different options for sparkling drinks. Prosecco would be good on this, just saying.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that.
Man.
This would be so great for your guests.
If that doesn't say summer, that looks awesome.
It is so good.
And that pairs well with all of our appetizers. We have our entertaining platter here with our smoked salmon, cucumber cups, our tuna poke, and our antipasta skewers.
But you know what would look good right here?
What's that?
Or right here? A popsicle.
That's right. Forgot about the popsicles.
Popsicles. Coming up next, we're going to get those out of the freezer and give them a taste. Okay, so these are finished. They are ready to come out. Look how creamy these are. So we just ran a little warm water over these until they were ready to pull. Cheers to a great summer.
Fantastic. So good.
It's like a push pop texture. Oh, that pineapple.
Mm-hmm. Definitely Dole Whip.
Winner. Huge winner.
This is going to conclude our entertaining. We're going to go entertain ourselves with the rest of these popsicles, but we'll see you soon for the next season. Next time on Fail Proof Kitchen. Today we're on that grind. We're going to talk about ground meats and how to make them better. Look, we got to have a one-on-one right now. I see all your meal prep videos with your gray-ass ground meat and your ugly-ass turkey.
If one more person takes that ground beef container and flips it upside down in a cold pot, I'm gonna lose my shit, okay?
I'm gonna teach you how we do that as chefs to make it have great crispy texture, great flavor, and it's gonna look a lot nicer. It's gonna be caramelized and brown, not gonna be gray and dead. So I see a lot of people will mix their meats in bowls, add in their seasonings and stuff like that, and then go into the pan. The problem with doing that is it pulls out all the moisture.